Okay, here's my next project. These are carrotwood. They are pieces of the same log. I think this and this go together. They're not face-to-face pieces, but side-by-side pieces. This has a lot of soft wood on the far side. All of this is very crumbly, as you can see here. So that'll go away. My intent with this is to hollow both of these out and make a hollow form. So I'm going to hollow, this will be the top, this will be the top, and then I'm going to hollow this out and hollow this one out. Then I'm going to glue them, and they'll be round. I'll glue them face to face, but I'm going to turn one of them 90 degrees relative to the other, and that'll get me a bowl. Now there'll be tons of holes in it, and so in the end, this will be the inside edges of the bowl, and then the top will actually be on one of these and the bottom will be on the other. So that's my current plan. And this, again, I've said in other videos that this is an invasive here in Florida. It's got a nice orange tint. It's not real bright orange, but it does stay, or at least it seems to stay in after I finish. Now I don't know what happens after it ages and oxidizes or something, but in any case they look pretty nice. I do intend to use the face plates to mount to this because I don't know how solid the wood is, and this gives me 6 chances and this gives me 4 chances of holding it together, so I should be able to center this and rotate it to get me the optimum amount of contact. Okay, here's the flip side of those. You can see this stuff is really soft. There's plenty of bug holes and loose wood, and a lot of this wood is really soft. Now as I turn this, a lot of this is going to go away. Okay, I've got one of the pieces mounted on the lathe. You can see this is very, very crumbly. Okay, I've got one of these partially turned. I've got it turned for my medium far jaw chuck, which is the 3 1/4 inch. And then I've got this rounded now, so there's no flat spots. But you can see this area here is very soft, and I'm going to be brushing it to remove it. But you can see as I go, it comes right off. So I don't know how much farther in, but this corner is going to go away because my intent is to have kind of a round topped or arced top bowl, not with a corner. So this will come off, but I end on leaving this lip for the 4-jaw chuck and drilling a hole in the middle of it. So when this is hollowed, this will have a hole in it. That'll be the top of the bowl or the container I'm making now. And then the bottom will have a similar, either a 3 1/4 or a 2 inch or whatever it is on the bottom to be the bottom of the bowl. Now I may go with this bigger one because there's a lot of soft wood here. Let me turn it there. There, you can see all the channels in that. So I think it's plenty strong enough for doing what I want to do here. That's one of the reasons I went to this size, but also I want to drill a hole in here and make that the access to my jug hollow form. And so I've got partway there. Here's the other one. This is about 8 1/4 across now, which means I didn't lose much because this is around 9. So I'm gonna keep going it'll be a little bit smaller. And then I don't know how hollow I'm going to make the inside, whether all this will break out and I'll have a big hole here, which is okay. This side is plenty solid. I maybe should have shifted it in and out of the page here to get more softwood here and less softwood there. But I think it'll turn out okay. Okay, my bowl here has a tenon here, and it's my mid-sized tenon. And so I'm going to put this on, and there it goes. So I've got this sanded. I'm probably going to re-sand the whole thing when I get done with the inside, but it's as you can see, it's got a lot of features. Wormholes or bug holes or whatever. Some of them will just be in the surface. Depends on how thick I make this wall as to whether you'll be able to see through these. I don't want it to completely fall apart, but I mean it's holey but not falling apart. Now this, obviously, if I make it thin, I'll have a big void here, which is okay. So I'll see what I do. Okay, I forgot I was going to drill this. I'm drilling a hole all the way through because that's going to be the top. It'll still work with the mortar or the tenon, and then I'll be able to use this to keep this steady as long as I can have it not in the way. And I may drill it out a little bit larger before I get finished. Okay, I've hollowed these out. Now I'm going to glue them together. I got to put glue on the top surface of this, but there's gaps where this has no surface, so I'm going to try and not get a lot of glue in here. So I'm going to glue between the arrows areas. Like there's a little arrow there. Come around to here. So I need glue. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I might add super glue when I'm done after this is cured. It's going to be unusual because there's going to be weird gaps and such because they're not synced up. But it's different, and maybe I should have just tried to line these two up. That would have been interesting. I think there's a gap here of glue from here to here that should have had glue. Okay, I'm getting ready to put finish, or at least sanding sealer, onto this Carrotwood bowl where I've taken two halves, glued them together, machined them, glued them together, then finished it off so that there's no seam except where they don't overlap. Like here you can see there's a hole here that isn't here, so there's some flat spots like here and there. Overall, and this is the bottom. I'm going to put my logo in here after I get this first coat of sanding sealer on there. I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. It's going to be very unusual though. Okay, this is the last in my series of Carrotwood bowls. Definitely has an orange tint, but as you can see, the softwood or the new wood was full of holes. I mean, it's perforated a lot. It turned out nice. There is these sections where it's white are very soft, so it's fragile in there. The finish did stiffen it up a bit, but it turned out pretty good. I do like it. It's different for me because I basically made a hollow form by making two bowls and gluing them together and having a hole that goes all the way through, so you get access to the inside here. But I didn't do any hollowing after it was glued together. I just made it similar thickness. Now there are areas in the side where it's got pretty good size holes, but overall I think it turned out pretty nice. It's not real heavy, and I debated whether I make the hole in the top a little bigger, but overall it's pretty good. Oh, and that feature on the top there is my tenon, my 3 1/4 inch tenon. I just left it on as a feature when I was done.
If you like what you see, please like and subscribe for more similar wood turning videos. Please comment on the video and I should respond. If you want to be notified when my next video comes out, then click the bell. I make a video about once a week.